Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. I have finished my journal. I hope the lighting's okay. I have finished my journal, The Language of Flowers, and this one I made using papers from the Paper Cameo, and it has taken me a little while to do. I've had it finished for a few days, but then I got a really bad cold, and it just took everything out of me. I couldn't do a video at all. Anyway, there we go. This one is staying with me, and the lady that was interested in it, thank you so much for understanding that I'm not selling this journal. I really do appreciate your understanding. I just couldn't bear to part with it. So this is my Language of Flowers book. I am looking for another. I know you can get copies of this book still, so I may do another one in the future. Who knows? I'm not very good at replicating journals, I have to say. It would be completely different if I did it again. So I based this journal on the size of the book, because obviously that's what you had to do. So the cover measures, I'm going to say 5 1/4 by just under 8 1/4. And I had to replace the spine on it because that was the width of the spine. So the spine was 3/4 of an inch on the original book, but I extended it and I've put a 2-inch spine on, but I've reattached the original spine to it. The back of the book, it had a sticky label here that was the devil's own to get off. It did not want to remove. And I think I have got it all off now, but I was putting corn flour on it and all sorts to get the stickiness off. And that was from the charity shop that I bought it from. It was an extra sticky label. It does annoy me when they put those on and it ruins the cover, but I got it off, so that was fine. It has 5 signatures, so it is a chunky. It is heavy because it's a card book, a heavy book, hardcover. Oh, hardcover book. I found some, oh, do you know, today my words just fail me. Come on, Willy not. What's the word? Seam binding. That's it. He just shouted it at me. Seam binding. Willy not is my teddy that I was gifted. He's just sat over there to my right. You can't quite see him. He's hiding. So it's nice and sturdy. I used some fabric that had purple flowers on just because I thought it was the right colour to use. And I'm so happy how it turned out. The papers from Nicola at the Paper Cameo, what set me off using this cover was one of her papers said The Language of Flowers on it, one of her kit pages, and I will list them below that I've used. And I knew I'd got this, The Language of Flowers, so it had to be used, didn't it? So on the inside, I've not put anything. I've left it as is. And that was the first page of the actual book. And I have used some of the book pages in here as well. I've just cut them down slightly and rehinged them. So isn't she just a gorgeous lady? Just absolutely gorgeous. And the reason I want to try and get another copy of this book is because I've used the images now. Can't use them again unless I get another book. It does have other beautiful images in, but that's one of my favourites. Lovely roses there. And I have used a mix of Nicola's kits. It does lay flat. It still does lay flat, look. And then that's one of her being Nicola, the Paper Cameo. That's one of the secret windows that she has. And I printed it 2 to a page because I wanted it smaller. But it just opens up and then you've got the fairy lady dancing in there, which I think is beautiful. I just wanted it to be floral. And then the beautiful fairy lady there. A page with some roses in. Love that page. I think that's from Pink Divinity or Divinity Pink. And then in the back, that was the, I'm going to say romance kit, and that's from High Tea. And I've just put a Tracy Fox label on there, but I think that is beautiful. I think it's just lovely. My tea dyed paper, little ruffle on it. I'm trying to think what kit it's from. It's either Floral Ledger. I don't think it's Floral Ledger because that's upright. There's Floral and Floral Ledger and Floral something else, and I will list them below. There's a whole list of kits I used. And then that's Floral Ledger. I just used it, and there's a little pocket there, and in that little pocket I've just put one of the little hearts, and that just tucks in that pocket there. They come in a kit as well. Observe a book. That's my Jane Eyre letters. Beautiful, beautiful papers. The middle of the first signature, and there's just a journal card in there. Love those tulips. I think years ago, I'm going to say in the 1800s, it wasn't the 1800s, it was before then, tulips were more expensive than gold. They were very, very expensive. I can't remember what year it was, what century it was, but they were very expensive. And I just look at these tulips and think they are beautiful. I mean, look at the colours in that. Beautiful. Anyway, sorry, I digress. The history of tulips. These are from, I think these are from the Dreamy kit. It's either the Dreamy kit or the Seaside kit. That just flips up. I couldn't bear to cut the letter off, so you can actually read it. If you can read this writing, it's very difficult to read. There's a journal card just there with those beautiful little birds on, sparrows and blue tits, and then one of the faux wax seals and a little bit of music paper. And I think that's from the Cottage. It's either the Cottage kit or the summer kit. And then that's like a false pocket because that is underneath there as well. It's part of that kit page. So I printed it again and added it as a belly band to put that on there. And then on this side again, this is from the high tea. And then that just opens up and we've got that beautiful, that I've cut this out of one of the kit pages with the bees and the beetles and again the wax seal. So that just tucks in there. That flips out. I've attached a postcard on there and that's backed as well. I thought I'd put that page upside down then. It isn't though, is it? Another book page. That flips out. And I think I did this pocket as part of the 50 stack challenge. So there was a video for that as well. And then that's fussy cut out of one of the kits. And then that's just a little card that goes in there. I think this is the Valentine kit, but I just love the roses. And then I've fussy cut her out of one of the kits as well. So I put roses and roses together. Rose overload, I think. That's the other side of the book page there. Signature 2, this is actually part of the, if you look underneath there, that's the pattern of that kit page. But again, I printed it twice to make that into a pocket because I thought that looked really nice. And then we've got the high tea card in there. This is from the Cottage kit. And I know that because it's a Cottage. I was actually going to put that lady in there, but then I thought it looks like she's in the land of the giants, doesn't it? Coming to squash the lady and the little boy. So I put her that side. And then I just put a couple of the floral cards in there. That beautiful tulip again. And then that flips out there, but it's also a pocket there. And again, one of the faux wax seals on there. If there's a particular paper that you like, I think that's from the summertime collage paper. Let me know. Give me a rough where in the video it was that you saw it. And I will let you know which kit it's from. This, I did this page as part of the 50 stack challenge. So this basket is from the Hamptons, which is a seaside type kit. That was from the Christmas, one of the Christmas kits. And then I fussy cut one of Nicola's roses out, added one of her labels, and I just thought it looks like a flower basket. And then I just put one of these little hearts that I'd stitched together that you can make tiny little writing spaces of. and that just went in there. So you can still see the roses. And again, I tried to match the red roses. Love that image. Carnations. We've got a tuck spot there. That just goes, she's peeking out that corner. More tulips. So there's still room to write if you wanted to. And then in here, I've just put extra little bits and pieces that I had left over. So some of the faux seals and things, some whale tails, and just things that I might want to use to further decorate it. Although I don't actually journal. But there you go, that's what I put in the pocket. Love this flower book. I'm going to look for another copy of that as well. I do use it a lot. Another of the postcards clipped on there. Then on this one, this was from, I think it's either the picnic, summer kit, or the cottage kit. And then I just shrank this kit page down and just made it into a little writing space that goes into that pocket. So I put a faux pocket on there, and again, that is in the part of the kit. I don't know if you can see it there, look. So I just put that over it to make it into a pocket. Then it just flips out, and I think this is the summer kit with the wicker basket. Little girl there. I think she's got a couple of rabbits next to her. Some more of the Jane Austen book page there. And then there's a little pocket just there. I'm at a bit of an awkward angle. So that was added, that was a flap there, and I just added the pocket onto it. Then in the next page, we've got the beautiful next signature. We've got those beautiful children. And that's the flap of an envelope that I cut off. One of the envelopes that comes with the kits. I cut the flap off and made it into a tuck at the top, and that's from the high tea kit. Just tucks up there. So, you know, think about how you can use your envelopes. They don't have to be an envelope. That flaps out. Lovely journal card just there. Book page, that's the high tea. Yeah, I added her on. So this bit is added on a small flap as well. Book page. That's one of the tags that comes with the kit. Or the kits. And then here's the rest, or another part of that envelope. And then this was the envelope that they came off. So that was the flap that would have gone on it to close the envelope. And I just tucked it at the sides to make it into a pocket. Then the other bit I used, the bottom bit of the envelope that flips up, was the top tuck. And then this, I've just put a little string to tie it. And then on the inside there, there's just some extra papers that I had left over. So just a little notebook in there. And I lined it with an old book page, old music page. And that just fits inside there. And it just fits nicely in there. I did like that. So I'm hoping that you perhaps get some ideas for yourselves on, you know, that's why I watch people that have made a journal when they do a flip through and when they're making them. I try and look at it for ideas as to what I could do. So again, this is from the high tea, and I've folded that bit under and made it into a tuck spot there. Do you see what I've done? Yeah, so I've just folded it, made a little pocket so you can see her, put a little bit of lace on it. And then this is the collage paper that's in the summer kit. It's just beautiful. I love the blues and the pinks together. I've got a hankering to make a blue journal, so maybe that's coming up soon. There is an awful lot in here in this one, I have to say. I fussy cut her from the high tea, and I think that's the high tea kit as well. But I fussy cut her out and then put her on that piece of kit page and then backed it. And then that's one of the corner pockets that comes in one of the kits. And I think it's either the Cottage or the summer kit. I think it's the Cottage kit, that one. Love that dress, pink and green, perfect. I think this might be the last signature. So I just put a little tab on there. And then I think you saw me make this pocket as well, and a journal card there. Goes round the back of it. And then there's a card in there with the beautiful roses on. That fits in there. And again, these little tabs are just made out of the book pages that was in this book. Made them into tabs. More roses. Beautiful rose garden. And the roses next to the rose garden. So hopefully I think it was fluke that it got there, but I'm going to say I picked it. Another beautiful cut pocket just there. And again, that journal. I think this was an envelope, and I've just cut the flaps off and used it as a journal card. So I think that's very pretty as well. My mother saw this and she told me that they're ranunculus or something. I have no idea what she was talking about, but they are very pretty. I have no idea what they are. That tea dye paper came out really well. Sometimes it comes out better than others. There's a pocket just there. So some of these pages, it has got the meanings of the words on them. That's one of the hearts that I folded into a pocket. It was a pocket in the heart kit, and then I just put a journal card in there. And of course that won't push down any further because it narrows. You'd have to have a really narrow tag for it to fit all the way down to the bottom. That's a beautiful flower arrangement. The poetry of flowers. You see I was on a flower theme, can't you? That just flips out as well. Beautiful roses. And you could actually put that the other way so that it's oriented that way in a journal if you wanted to. You don't have to put them this way. And then there's just a letter in there that was in one of the kits that I just printed out and put it in there. I'm pretending it's a love letter, seeing as it's the language of flowers. I really must look for this book again. Always look in the gardening section in the charity shops, because people do get rid of these books. It was a big book as well. And there's a pocket there, and again that's from the summer kit. That's from the high tea kit. That just fits in there. I like the way that she was just peeking out of that pocket. Oh, this is the last signature, promise. Cut one of the hearts out there and made it into a little pocket. That just flips out. Beautiful lady there. I'm hoping the lighting's okay. One of the little pockets there with another of the ladies from the high tea. I think they're just walking in their flower garden. She's out picking roses, but I thought her hat and dress went with those roses nicely. That just flips out. Lovely lilies. I think they're lilies. I'm not very good on naming flowers. There's another envelope just there. Again with a journaling card in. And I left that tag just that little bit too long. It just gets folded up in that page. But if I squash it flat, it'll uncrease. So you can see there is a lot to see in it. And then again, we've got one of the high tea postcards. Because I think that's what you do. You want to go for tea somewhere where they've got a beautiful garden that you can sit and smell the roses. And then that was, I think that's another bit off that. Oh no, this is an envelope that's on the back. So I did the same sort of thing. So this, I think this was an envelope. And what I've done is so the bottom flap is on that side of the page. I've taken the top flap off it, and again I've just used the flaps to close it and put a couple of little cards in there. And they do fit back in there like that. And that is the end of my language of flowers. I do hope that you like it. I have really enjoyed making this one, and if there's a page in there that you want to know specifically what it is, just let me know roughly whereabouts in it is. I hope that you like it, and I really appreciate you joining me. So take care, everyone. Have fun. Bye.